everyone, welcome back to a Farms Homestead. Hope y'all have had a good week this week. Good Lord's been blessing you and answering your prayers. Been a decent week here at the homestead. We've had some weather the other day. Came through that severe outbreak in the south, severe weather outbreak, and it got a little dicey around here a little bit. We're looking at the weather, looking at Ryan Hall and Weatherman Plus, and what was supposed to happen and what they're predicting, and weather started getting rough, and so we battened down the homestead, and we've got a relative that lives about 15 minutes away that has a storm shelter, 15-20 minutes. So we went over there, and it got a little rough. The wind got up. We got in the storm shelter. Then a tornado warning come out also. So we got in the storm shelter for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And after things kind of passed, went over and came back to the homestead, and it wasn't too much. We had a lot of limbs down and hadn't found a tree down yet, which I haven't rode all the trails yet. But had knocked one of the rabbit cages over, pulled the tarp off the roof on the chicken coop. But other than that, nothing major happened. I got a video from a security camera where it's pretty rough there for a second. If you look through that footage, you're like, ooh, it's getting rough. And there was supposedly a tornado hit the ground just a little north of us, probably 5-10 miles, maybe a little further. But anyway, everything's going good. Didn't have any damage, and wasn't any major damage around us, and so that worked out. So we've been hunting quite a bit. Now what we're doing, preparing for this cold weather. We got this cold snap coming, supposed to be coming next week. They're talking about, temperatures in the 20s and wind chill in the teens and snow or ice, and so we're fixing to already had some winterization done, but I'm just taking some extra steps. Gonna put some heat lamps on one of the outside pipes, and just to be on the safe side, outside faucet. Get our citrus trees covered up. We got an orange and a lemon tree. Get them covered up. Probably cover the onions up also, just to be on the safe side. And get the rabbits with some hay and the chickens situated, and of course the dogs also. We're gonna probably bring the dog. We've got a couple crates, kennels for the dogs. We're probably gonna bring them in here and in the shop. And I've got heaters going. Doesn't get roasty toasty in here, but it stays comfortable. So just getting prepared. Got some firewood. Got a little bit of firewood in the firewood pile that we hadn't brought over. We'll get that brought over in the next day or two. And so while they're talking, it's still start Monday and go for about 7 days or so of cold weather. So we're probably going to keep that fireplace burning and just prepare for it. Hopefully it doesn't get too bitterly cold, but it's looking like it. Hopefully that makes the hunting good. Kind of into here is hunting season. Like I've been talking on the videos, if these deer running around here, I have no signs of it. So I'm hoping this little cool snap will jump them into it, and they will get one of them big bucks come out of hiding, and we'll get him. But that's kind of what we got going around on the homestead this week. And so it'll be New Year's Day when everybody sees this. Filming this on New Year's Eve. So, just thinking about the last year and how far we've come. And, excuse me, I had a little itch. And where we're going. And, it's just God's been good. He blessed us with this place after the tragic tornado that hit our hometown. And told you the story. I just asked for a half acre or so to put a little shed on to make into a tiny home and have a little mini garden place to go to on the weekends or something. And blessed us with this home and 100 acres and all the equipment we have and just every little thing. So, and we've been giving back as much as we can. We're trying to do what the Lord leads us to do. And I'm a believer that He'll take it from you just as quick as he gives it to you if you're not doing what's right. And so that's what we're trying to do. Trying to go where the Lord leads us to go. So that's kind of what, the goal for the upcoming year is to fortify the homestead more, get some gardening stuff going, more than we have, and just keep building on what we have, as the Lord leads us and guides us and sees fit. So that's what I hope for you this year. I hope that no matter what you're doing, whether it's homesteading or if it's a business or whatever it is, that slowly but surely you put the work in and put God first, and it'll slowly build for you. It's not going to come all at once. You got to have that contentness. You got to put that work and have perseverance, and it'll come for you. So, it's a lot going on in the world. I don't pay that no mind. I really don't. God's in control. No matter what goes on, who's leaders, doesn't matter. God's always in control. So, and if you're leading your life like that, you got nothing to worry about. And that's easier said than done. Look, I have moments where I'm human. I have moments where I'm not gonna say of doubt, but unsureness. But for the most part, my heart's in the right place, and I'm confident that God's going to guide us. He's going to guide us. Earlier today, my wife was watching a YouTube video. I like outdoors with the Morgans, Mr. Mike Morgan and their family, and I just love their videos. And he was doing a video where he was filling up all of his equipment and talking about things and everything. And I made the statement. I was like, you know what? I want that one day. And while she was doing some on her phone, I guess she heard just the want part, and she's like, Robbie, you gotta be better learn to be content. And I was like, oh, no, I'm content. I said, that's my goal. And I've watched his videos, and I can say since the beginning, but a while back, and he didn't get there overnight. None of you people YouTube you see, they didn't get there overnight. Some quicker than others, but that's in life in general. We look at people that have what we don't have that we want, and we're like, man, it must be nice and have money, this and that. And most of these folks did not get there overnight. They put the work in. They, if they're God-fearing people, they put God first and asked and prayed to Him and asked Him to bless them. And I'm sure a little in time God blessed them. I mean, look at Job in the Bible. He had everything, and everything was taken away, and through perseverance and faithfulness, he got it all back and then some. So, that we have to go through the fire sometimes. It's not going to just be thrown out there to us. And that's my goal, is just through this year is to just slowly build. Lord, lead us where we feel we need to go. And, yeah. And that's what I pray for all y'all out there. I hope that if you're homesteading, because this homesteading channel, I'm assuming if you're watching it, that interests you. We started, said this before, we started living in the city limits in a 20 by probably 30 spot in the corner of our house, a little corner spot, with chickens, fenced it in with chicken wire. It had 10 chickens. And then got some rabbits and put the rabbits on the back side of a little 10 by 10 shop I had in the shade. And 2 little cages, and had started out with 3 rabbits, and now we at one point we had 30. Now we're down to close to 30. And now we're down to 8 or 9. We'll slowly build them up, but it's you can start from anywhere, and you don't have to have a giant homestead, hundreds of acres, tens of acres, giant gardens and everything. You got to do what's good for you and start where you can start. We really started before the chickens. We started with just a little bit of trying to can and save food up and buy a little extra food here and there, and and now we've kind of we just kind of started prepping a little bit. Now we've kind of went to homestead where we're trying to do gardens and fruit trees and and all we can. We got the lake with fish. We're trying to manage the fish in the lake, and obviously manage the wildlife on the property, the squirrels and the deer population, and doing as much as we can to live off land. This year for our garden, I've got big plans for it. Hopefully they all follow through. But last year our garden did well. We just got overrun by weeds, and I've been disking and plowing it this year, trying to get it better. And we'll do some probably some weed barrier stuff. I've got some different techniques in garden I'm going to try, and just a whole plethora of things. You know, you can't learn all this stuff overnight. You know, you've got to slowly but surely ease into it. So I pray that for you this week. I mean, this year's. I pray that God answers your prayers, and then I pray that you pray to Him. I pray that you pray on a consistent basis and ask Him for the things that you want, and you put in the work to get those things. You know, you're faithful to Him. Read His Word, spread His Word, and He'll bless you. He will. It'll come in His time. It's not going to come in your time. It never does. At least it hasn't in my experience. It's never been in my time. You know, I'll tell you a story about when I met my wife. Had a couple bad relationships. Wanted, you know, kind of was doing my own thing, and just, you know, was getting older in life, and just, you know what, I started praying to God. I was like, Lord, lead me, you know, bring me the right woman. Bring me the right lady in my life. If that's meant to be, I even, at one point was praying, you know, maybe I'm not meant to be married. If that's your will, so be it. But I'd strayed away from Him before that, and I just started praying to Him, and prayed. I think it's for like a year. Every night in bed, I would pray. And just out of the blue, I met my wife. Most wonderful woman I've ever met. So she's the best mother and wife, friend, companion I could ever ask for. So that took a year of praying, you know. If I had my way, it had it a couple months, you know, but that's not how God works. God's got to make sure you're ready. He's got to make sure that you're going to put the work in, and that you're going to abide His Word, and that you're going to continue to live like He wants you to live. You know, if He just gives it, I think it's like a little kid. We have to give a little kid something, and without the work, you know, if we give them rewards, and they're just for any reason, they're going to put their hand out all the time. If you make them clean the room or do their chores or whatever, and then reward them, then they know there's work behind it. So it's the same principle. And you know, I just pray that y'all this year grow closer to the Lord, that, you know, grow in the direction that you want to grow, and that He leads you, and that He blesses you. So we appreciate y'all so much for tuning into our videos. It's been a good year this year. I think we started this channel last February, I think it was. So we're approaching almost a year. It's February, March of having the channel, and you know, it's grown more than I thought it would. Honestly, I really didn't think it'd get hardly any views and subscribers or anything. So it's been wonderful to see y'all watch the videos and like and comment and stuff. And we hope to continue with it and grow it, and bring you along with us as you see what we're doing around here, and hopefully learn something. We'll learn from you, and we thank you so much for that. It really is a blessing to us, and I hope we're a blessing to you. I really do. We're going to try to get more. We've been more consistent the last few months with our videos. We hope to continue that, and have projects around the homestead as much as we can. So we thank y'all so much, and we hope you have a blessed year, and I hope you have a good New Year's. Just be safe out there. Remember, put Him first, and everything will be all right. We thank y'all once again from Atala Farms Homestead.